Good early morning. We're here for another day of driving. I'm going to put you back in position there. We are in Clarksville, Tennessee, heading the whole way to Kansas City, Kansas. So I'm going to let you guys watch me prep up here. Got my first step done, which is getting you live. Continue to try to avoid having any noise on here I don't want to have. So you can see I like to listen to podcasts, but I'm going to listen to them on my phone. I'm going to get this guy switched over here now. Doing that for me in a second. We're switching over. Okay. Now, I'm going to open my podcast. Hope everyone's doing well today. Oh, I'm putting these in the wrong ear. Interesting. You can tell. Okay, we're connected. I'll just do something. Yeah, kind of. All right, just about ready to rock and roll here. Why didn't I get what I wanted? Manage phones. Let's connect to him. Should be ready now. There we go. Get that up and running. See if I can get back to my podcast here. Wow. There they are. Very good. I'm going to listen to a little obligatory PSU podcast. Guys out there are interested in what I'm listening to. Let's see where we're going here. I'm going to get this going here, hopefully. Come on. Oh, wow. The Osiris Rex sample is going to be broadcast today. I'll watch that later on. Okay, we're live. Audio check was good. Let's get navigating. Let's see what we can do here. Fascinating. Okay, not really where we're going. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm going to block this out for just a second while I put in an address. All right, so we're on our way here. Got 2 charging stops added. Let's see how it looks. See what this is. Oh, it's not wanting to give me that. All right, I think we're rocking. Just looking at which way I'm going here. All right.
In 800 feet, turn left onto US 79 North, Wilma Rudolph Boulevard.
I wouldn't want to go this way if I was.
Turn left onto
Plenty
US
of traffic
79
this
North,
morning.
Wilma Rudolph Boulevard.
So good morning once again. This is Jeff Almany cruising in the 2022 Hummer EV Edition 1 SUT. This is the 4th day of the journey.
US 79 North for half a mile.
Okay, let's get the lights off.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto the I-24 West ramp to Paducah. Turn left onto the I-24 West ramp.
All right, going in.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-24 West.
Which lane is ending? One lane. And the truckers are rolling.
Continue on I-24 West for 72 miles.
And we're set for cruising. We're on the way. See how long the Chromebook can last again today. Complete fresh reboot. Forgot to turn one thing. Oh, please don't. Ready. Oh, man. I am anxious to learn whether autonomous trucking would prevent trucks from being in the left lane, causing a traffic jam. So we made it to the speed limit. So anyway, let's talk stats. Started out the day with the full charge again. Thank you to Marriott for having some Tesla chargers available, uh, and they were full power for the Hummer charge, so charged really fast. And I kind of overcharged when I was paying for it, but it was too much fun when I was paying by the minute with the Hummer, even at only getting 240 kilowatt rate when I could have had 360. But it was so nice. And so I charged. I paid about 8 cents a kilowatt, lower than I could get at home because the Hummer can charge fast for a fair amount of time. So I put 100 kilowatts in just to get to 100. It was just fun. And the Hummer maintained the 240 that charge was willing to give me the whole charge, so that was nice. I did post a video of that. You can go watch that if you like. Just information about it running. Uh, but in any case, so when I charged at the hotel, I plugged in the evening there around 6 p.m. and reported that it'd be fully charged like 2 a.m. It was actually fully charged by 1:30 in the morning. Uh, so I noticed when I looked out that there was two Teslas parked in the electric charging spaces. They only have two chargers, so we had three vehicles wanting to charge. So when I got up this morning, I went down and unplugged the Hummer and plugged in the one Tesla. So I'm hoping that everyone will be happy with that. I don't know, but I'm hopeful. And the I use and for you non-Tesla guys, if you're out there when you're charging and using an adapter to charge your EV, you can open the Tesla charging port by pressing the button that's on the center of the Tesla NACS handle. So uh, just did that, plugged the guy in that wasn't charged. The other guy was fully charged. The Tesla chargers do indicate whether the cars are taking a charge. And I'm sure that, they didn't unplug the Hummer, because they saw that I was charging successfully. We got the light going. So hopefully I helped someone out there and he'll wake up to a full battery he wasn't expecting. But in any case, now, I want to talk about CCS versus NACS. And I really am concerned that there is everything's great at Tesla. There's nothing wrong ever. And I just want to temper that a little. I mean, there's a couple things that really worry me. I mean, the marketing around supercharging and DC fast charging, while indeed using a DC fast charger is faster, we still haven't, we're still at, 40 times slower than fuel to fuel a vehicle. So I just want people to be tempered on that a little, and to be able to charge like the Hummer, you have to have a supersized battery pack to be able to accept a lot of power. So I still think that we still have work to do. Maybe solid state charging is going to work with that and solve some of it. I'm hopeful that in another 5 years we'll have another battery chemistry. I'm hopeful that we'll get quantum computing working on simulating, what battery chemistry will work best for batteries, and we'll continue to make progress. But I still think we need to be careful about the exuberance over, the Tesla network is wonderful and perfect. And the other thing I want to talk about is the connectors themselves. I'm not going to, say that the CCS cable and, the infrastructure with the cooling on the cable, all of those components are wonderful. But, I think that the Tesla connectors can break just as well. I mean, the first hotel that I stayed at, they had two Tesla destination chargers and two J172 connectors. They were Clipper Creek, which now is, I can't remember the new name of the company, but they were the 40 amp max current chargers, and their connectors were all working. So I'm assuming they put all those in at the same time. I didn't charge on the J1772s because I would have gotten half the power. Not quite half, a little bit more than half, but so I think it's important to think about the charging cables, the infrastructure, and be unbiased and clear about how things work and how they don't work. So I'm hopeful that we can continue to understand that for all the electric charging infrastructure, it needs to be maintained and it needs to be tested. And the hotels that put in chargers a long time ago, they're kind of laissez-faire. When I checked into the hotel in Charlotte, there were big signs saying, "Oh, you must get a tag from the front desk if you're going to charge here," and this and that. I'm like, wow. And oh, by the way, they had the chargers in a place where you literally could park a guy in if you're not careful. So I was disappointed in that as well. But let's go back to the point here. So, charging needs to be maintained. It needs to be tested. It needs to be, you need to plan for someone to drop a cable and break it. And that's the thing I wanted to really point out. The CCS cable versus the NACS, North American Charging Standard from Tesla. I just want power, right? And I'd like it to work with whatever connector and do it. And I think we need to understand that you can drop a Tesla connector and break it just like you can drop the CCS1 connector. Now, I do think the CCS1 connector is unwieldy and hard to operate at times, but I'm not sure exactly how many times I've DC fast charged the Hummer, and I think I might work on some reporting over the weekend and sort of finish out this with a sort of summarization of what's been happening video. I mean, I will take one more trip on Tuesday, and when I do that, I'm anxious to see what goes on because there's a charger that was at the Sheets where the Sheets is being remodeled, so they shut down the charging. I'm like, that's really not cool. The good news is the new chargers have come online that actually I think are more advantageous for me to use on my trip between Michigan and Pennsylvania. So that's all fine. But I really think people need to be thinking about how things operate, how and for all things there's maintenance required. And I'm not convinced that Walmart is really involved in the Electrify America situation. I mean, I'm pretty sure of it, I mean, I actually enjoyed where I just stayed in the hotel. I actually could see the EA chargers from my hotel room that I charged on, that there's a video of me charging on. I didn't realize it at the time. I just had navigated directly to the chargers, but instead of it, the hotel was very close. So, I mean, it was close. It's like, probably 150 yards to the Tesla chargers that I use from the Electrify America chargers. So interesting to observe those pieces, but there are some chargers that have issues there. I mean, clearly they need to update the repair power supplies. It seems that the maintenance of the rectification equipment for the DC fast chargers is a thing. And when I saw them repairing chargers in State College, I talked to the repair team that was there, and they told me that they've been on a journey. They came from California, and they're installing these power modules. They had a rental truck that was just filled with power modules, broken and needing repair and brand new. They replaced 20 modules in the chargers that were in State College, Pennsylvania, and I just happened to be there when they were doing it. When they finished, I actually helped them test the chargers and showed them that the Hummer indeed can accept over 300 kilowatts of power. They were kind of in shock. I really think that, I'm not sure how many other vehicles can accept over, 300 kilowatts. I'm pretty sure the Hummer is one of the few. I think there's a lot of cars that sort of have a charging curve where they hover around 200 kilowatts for most of the charge, but I don't think there are that many that can go up to the 350, 360 range that the Hummer can. So we'll see how it goes with these other chargers. But it makes me think about this. I'm sorry for the stream of consciousness, but it's early and I'm talking to myself. So I'm just looking here. So we're headed to this Mount Vernon charger. I'm hopeful that things will be working well there, and we'll see. But I think the work that's going on there, the all the changes there. I'm hopeful that things will continue to improve. But let me make some bold predictions now. Let's talk more about charging stations. The charging stations installation is a complete failure from my perspective for Electrify America. Why would you install chargers so that you, even with the smallest car, you're like carefully having to back and cajole your vehicle into a space? I'm predicting that when EV chargers are actually adopted, and I'm telling all my friends, I say, do not buy an electric vehicle unless you're, a pioneer like me, unless you want, until you see that chargers are designed to get to the charger, or the charger has a nice overhead cable that can be pulled to the position you need it. If you can't see that in your area, do not go electric. It is not time. If you just want to get an electric vehicle and drive around in your home area, you can charge at home. It'll be great. But the way that the Electrify America chargers have been installed is an abomination. I'm calling it. It's terrible. I don't know who did it, and to put it in Walmart parking lots where they put shipping containers and things, or their whole garden supplies are right at it. It's crazy. Stop now. So I thought I'd do a little preaching this morning, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So please, leave some comments on this, because you'll probably have to listen to this later. But it looks like a few of you are out there in the chat. Let me know what you think. So nice and dark here this morning. I'm just super cruising along. Definitely concerned here in the dark for animals on the road. I think that looks like the biggest problem. I've seen two cars that seem to be ditched, though, on the side of the road. I don't know what that was about. So good morning out there. If you're on the chat, say hello. And just so you know, there's a you can type in replies. I'm not looking at those live. I have been looking at those after the fact. I'm talking about there's a chat button if you don't have it open by default in your YouTube browser, like if you go on full screen maybe, or if you're having that, that's what you want to deal with that there. So there's a button for live chat. That's the place where I can actually see that right here in the light. Where I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. So please say hello, even if it's just, hey. thanks for letting us ride along. You know, you're just in the passenger seat. The camera's mounted in the passenger's position. I'm trying to give you a view of the dash and see what's going on. So the journey has been going pretty well here. I'm, at 1,200 miles today. I'll be crossing over the halfway point, and sorry, just agreeing with Waze that there is a hazard ahead, and I think they should have said car on the shoulder, but there's a truck sitting on the shoulder here. But no, we're cruising along here. By the way, everybody's rolling. And if you do watch this video later, please put some comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know about my preaching about and my prediction for you about when EV adoption can actually occur. When you can see charging stations that look like gas stations. Interesting, I just got the auto defrost again. Even though I turned it off, by the way, that's fun. And, the car suddenly sets the temperature to 76 and max defroster. And I don't see a real problem here. In any case, but if you're watching later, please leave me some comments. But if you're on Dying Live now, say hello. Ask questions. Give me your thoughts. We can have a bit of a dialogue here. It's cool. I'm just trying to keep my eyes on the road here, and Super Cruise is making sure I am. But we're rolling. We're super cruising. Hope you can see the auto lane change activating there. I get a vibration in the left of the seat telling me it's going to go left, and gives you an opportunity to quickly check and see if you agree with it. I mean, the car is running its radar in 4 directions around, so it's pretty safe on that. But we're rocking and rolling here. So let's take a look again. What time are we going to get to the first charging station? Okay, 10 of 8, so it's going to be interesting. Okay, so we got 161 miles for this first John. So the trip's effectively going to be, by the charging, is going to be divided into 3 pieces. So and what's interesting, even, I'm not sure that I've seen many Tesla superchargers, which is just DC charging, that really are, they're still building the back end model. I mean, they still think that you should have to back your car into a charging spot. I think that's, it's not the plan. I completely disagree with it. I mean, I want to build my own charging stations. I mean, I've seen, I looked at going to what looked like the premier Ultium sponsored by GM charging station built. I think it was in Tennessee. Uh, it is a beautiful. Has a big roof over it. Definitely has the stations installed like their fuel pumps. That's what we need. I mean, and we also need to be able to pull in trucks, right? I mean, I'm driving the Hummer here. Luckily, I don't have a trailer. If I had a trailer, wouldn't have been much fun at most of my charging stops. I'd be blocking lanes, so I'd have to take the trailer off to be able to charge. I don't think that's a good plan at all. So in any case, little preaching here today, but please comment on it later. You can't hear it live anymore, but you can listen in and we can chat about it after the fact. But I thought I'd get it broadcast out there. Looks like we're in somewhat low coverage here. I'm hoping it's still working. It seems to be working. More carnage. Okay. That's a good and a half mile. Side of the road. Very close. I haven't heard any Waze reports of animals yet. I took control there. Yeah, the Super Cruise auto lane change is really comfortable. I don't know if you guys have experienced any of the auto lane change in some of the other manufacturers, but it kind of whips over. I mean, pulls G's to make the turn. Super Cruise really feels like it's in control, knows what it's doing. So using the auto high beams here. The other thing that's interesting about the Hummer is really smooths out the roads. Really. And this road is not in the greatest of shape, and it doesn't feel bad to me. I mean, I'm just taking a look to see how much you guys are being shaken around with that camera mount. You can see some of the bumps, but that's literally the bumpiness. So you get a bumpiness meter there you can check out too. It's interesting in the Hummer, the tail lights make a fair amount of light. So it's pretty much right there. You can see it up here. We get out back into the dark. There we go. Up here to a truck. It's kind of rolling. Super Cruise. Yep, Super Cruise has given me the indication. You can see there. I do like the view of the icons in the night mode. I think it looks cute. It looks so cool because it's like you're on a runway and there are marker lights on the sides and you're maintaining the lanes, and it's nice. All right, so let's take a look at energy utilization. All right, so we've gone 34 miles, used 27 kilowatts of power, of which 26.9, 27 there have gone into propulsion. So we're cruising along. Already used, looks like 13% of the battery pack, which seems about right. Still looking for anyone out there in the chat. It looks like the weather has improved for my trip. I was concerned I was heading to the 90s in Kansas City, but the weather forecast has improved. All right, it looks like we're in low coverage here again. Let's see what it looks like. Now we're still streaming. Interesting, you can see the tires pressure there. Forgot to go to this other view, which is entertaining to me as well. The pitch and roll of that data. There we go. Completely flat right now. We are rolling. Interesting. So I'm listening to this podcast, about Penn State football, and they were just, they have some of the old players that played for Joe Paterno, and the one player is talking about getting admonished by Joe after he got his third sack in the game. He did a little fist bump, and Joe was not pleased. Doesn't want any celebration, just wants to keep playing. So, now it's like everyone has to celebrate the fact that they, made 3 yards. I don't know. So interesting times. Okay, so it's up to 70. I'm smelling some wood smoke here. The road's getting a little more interesting. Why the high beams were on. I am using the auto high beams in the car. So you got a few fellow Wazers out there. Marginal cellular coverage here. Okay, back up. Using 117 peak kilowatts to climb this 1% grade. Maintaining speed though, no problem. More carnage. Alright, I'm just going to let you guys watch here. Interesting, the alternate routes it'll provide you. This is only an hour slower. Very dark out there. Yeah, you see a bunch of trucks that are parked on the exit ramps, and apparently the highway people aren't really concerned about that because that's not really where you'll park. I guess the entrance ramp might be better than an exit ramp, but definitely if I was a trucker, maybe I would try parking on the entrance ramp, but way at the beginning, maybe. You can see it's lowering our estimated power level. My perspective is pedal to the metal right now. I mean, I probably could save a little bit of power going slower, but I think that we're making hay while the sun shines. Hopefully, I'm going to get to a charge that's working well, and the lower the charge level when you arrive, the faster you can charge. So, it works for me. Okay, we got something coming up on the road again. Looks like another truck on the side of the road. They're pretty far off the road though, so. Interesting, two trucks decided this was a place to pull over. They're on the entrance ramp. I mean, I think that's not the entrance ramp, it's just a pretty big ramp there. No, that was the ramp. That was the other ramp. So I think that's probably safer than the exit ramp. You got some guy coming up too fast. So I don't know if you can see the red now, but I can see there's enough light just from the tail lights to be able to see the lines on the road, colored red. All right, I see someone's out there. Say hello in the chat. Hit that live chat button. Let me know what's going on. I'm just out here cruising on Interstate 24, going west to Kansas City. Just left Clarksville, Tennessee a little earlier. We've traveled 47 miles, used 37.6 kilowatts. We're using a little more than usual, but we got the car pushing wind at 80 miles an hour right now. So let me know what you're up to. Let me know if this has been interesting to you. Probably got another half hour before you start to see any early twilight here. Yeah, the card's saying we're going 80, but Waze is saying we're going 79. So if you're getting up and starting your workday remote, why don't you put me in the window and just watch while I'm cruising along? Commute me, just watch. I did post some of my videos of the charging to rate your charge. I still have another one to upload, but you can check those out on the channel in the playlist for the Hummer EV. journey. It's 70 degrees out there. Yeah, one thing I wanted to comment when I did the DC fast charging, put over 100 kilowatts in the vehicle using a DC charging. I pulled over the hotel. The Hummer was using a lot of power to cool the batteries. I mean, a lot. I mean, I think I was seeing when I was sitting stationary, I did have the air conditioning on, so I'd say it was adding another. I mean, the air conditioning normally is 1 or 2 kilowatts. Uh, the we're gonna get some rain. Clean that broken windshield. But in any case, just looking to see what that very first game is. Cruising along here. But what I was trying to say is the heat pump was rolling when I got into the electric charging on AC. I plugged it in, so clearly we could just use the AC power to run the heat pump. But I really was interested in when it was going to be done. I went down to check out the Hummer maybe an hour or so later. I think it had actually shut back off then. I can't remember. It was definitely off in the morning when I got down. Not sure why this truck is hanging out in the left lane. Maybe he just knows that it's smoother because this road is crappy in the right lane. It's interesting. All the trucks are sitting in the left lane here. They gave it a lot of shaking there. Back to Loma. Coverage went down, and hopefully we're staying on 9. He's getting over now. Oh, no, he's not. I don't want to get over. Yeah, I don't know what this cruise in the left lane is about. But yes, I have the oversized load passing on the right a truck that's going less than the speed limit in the left lane. And I really hope that the autonomous trucks don't do these crazy maneuvers. It's only a track home here. Rolling again. So we just had our first rain of the journey. I'm pretty amazed. So in any case, another update on my windshield. I do have a cracked windshield. The rock hit it right at the upper point, just to the left of the center of the driver's side here. Got a crack that extended down. It doesn't seem to have expanded anymore, but it's definitely at least 6 inches. So it needs to be replaced. So I was able to get on Safe Light and schedule an appointment to replace the windshield. Now, I'm fully prepared for them to call me and say all the data was there in Safe Light. So thumbs up the plate and Nationwide Insurance for covering it, no cost to me. I don't know if you can see the windshield wipers very well, but you've got, I'm not sure why I got behind this truck, it wouldn't get over, helping it out. But the nationwide coverage, no cost to me, it's good. wanted to also, just because we're talking about football and these guys are talking about watching a full day of football. I mean, I'm mostly a Penn State fan. I'm not really a pro fan. But I got to tell you, YouTube TV football game, it records them all. And you can replay them later. I mean, you can spend your life watching college football. And even supports, only playing back the key plays. It is quite the tool. So that was kind of a unexpected bonus of YouTube TV. Man, it's National Recreation. All right. So somewhere up here there is a Tesla Magic Dock installed, but I'm thinking I'm going to blow by it for two reasons. Now it's raining. It's maybe the first time I have to charge while it's raining, and also it's the rate is 50 cents a kilowatt there. Not much of a deal, really. Yours is not enjoying passing right now. Finally cleaning the bugs off the windshield. Interesting to see if it reduces its estimate because now we're pushing into rain. Still rolling. In and out of the rain, but I'm getting a cleaner windshield every time. It was interesting when I first got in the vehicle uh, to notice the crack. I mean, I think the crack must have occurred with heat. I probably got a rock thrown at me by a truck on the journey to the Jack Daniel's distillery yesterday. I don't think the crack was there. In fact, I took a quick look at I did make a quick video of charging at Jack Daniel's, and uh, couldn't see the crack. But when I got in at first, you never think your windshield's cracked. At first, I was convinced that there was a horsehair on my windshield. It's kind of funny. It was not a horsehair. So, rolling here. Truck Rest Haven. One truck's right lane. But in any case, yeah, the broken windshield was a little surprising. I was talking to a guy about the Hummer, mentioned that my windshield broke. Said, yeah, he had a lot of experience with broken windshields in that. Definitely recommend glass coverage on all your vehicles. And I don't know whether you guys have an opinion on Safelite is trying to sell me a $50 option to make my windshield better in rain. I mean, if it's permanent rain X or something. Got any opinions on that? Leave me a message in the chat, in the comments, on the we'll talk about a chat now, but no one's there now. But please leave a message in the comments what you think about the Safelite option of additional pieces there. I mean, the insurance companies aren't going to pay for it, but you can add that. So, just wondering. While you're at it, we can talk about ceramic coating. I did not ceramic coat the Hummer. I don't know. I'm a fan of use what the manufacturers think makes sense for the vehicle, but maybe you can extend the lifetime of your vehicle other ways. All right, let's see what we got here. I think I'm going to try to listen to the podcasts that are a companion to the Foundation series on Apple TV next. I never listened to them. I've watched the first 2 seasons. I feel like the second season was somehow a little better. Guys, we managed to broadcast for 67 miles this morning already. I'm pleased with that performance. Interesting red flashing lights up here. Not sure. Oh, I see it's a flashing light on the exit ramp. Boy, the latency is pretty low this morning. Oh, now we low. Come on, baby, come on back. Come on back. Need cellular coverage. Looking bad. Oh, there's back. Please come back. Good job. Bridge, go on. Tennessee River we just crossed. guys and see if we can listen to it. Hey Siri, play the Foundation Series podcast. Hey Siri, play the companion Foundation Series podcast on Apple Podcasts. All right. Well, it didn't go to where I wanted. It just went to Apple Podcasts and playing my subscriptions. Hey Siri, next. Interesting. Somehow start going south if you're not careful here.
In half a mile, keep right to stay on I-24 West.
Staying on the road we want to go on. Good.
Keep right to stay on I-24 West.
All right. Got 63 more miles on here. Super Cruise decided he wasn't going to pass this guy. I grabbed the wheel. Actually gave me the Super Cruise unavailable message for a second. You know, I tend to have my hand on the wheel whenever it's passing trucks still. I don't trust trucks, so I'm going to be ready for evasive maneuvers. You know, I'll continue venting a little with you guys. I'm not sure what I think of Bloomberg media, but I may remove them from a lot of things. I mean, I don't appreciate Bloomberg preaching that CEOs don't have to have any technical skill. I think that's a complete failure. But so that's made me really not listen to them a lot. I mean, I really don't want to watch the Bloomberg television anymore. Of course, I really hate the Bloomberg television now because they've made the TV this little baby thing and they've got all the text that's flowing by. I'm like, no, that's not what I want to watch on TV. But in any case, my frustration with Bloomberg now is they have some tagline trying, it's kind of the clickbait or listen bait of find out why your EV battery isn't as, eco-friendly as you think it is. Like, how about if I find out why you're spewing things that are going to prevent us from getting to an electric future? In any case, just wanted to get that out there. Bloomberg, if you're listening, let's talk. So, see where that goes. Cruising along here. We are using more power than it thought, but we have plenty of buffer, so I'm I'm going to continue cruising at high speed here. It'll be interesting to see if it increases the charging time. It's got it at 36 minutes now. I don't remember what it had initially. Just hoping it's not raining when I get there. Storage. Interesting concept. Maybe that's my plan, since it's taking me so long to get my battery lab built. Use the Hummer battery as a storage vehicle for the house. I think the question is, though, if you have an EV battery that had a cooling system, do you need to have a cooling system? One of my friends recommended that you use a Nissan Leaf as a cooling system because it actually has power takeoff integrated into the vehicle. Just pull the truck or the car in and hook it up to your solar system and use it as your storage. It's still an interesting concept. Yeah, the National Quilt Museum, I saw that. Passing through Paducah. Maintaining broadcast, I'm impressed like that. Still maintaining the 1.6 miles per kilowatt hour for the whole trip, even though right now I'm sure I'm a little lower. I cannot do that math in my head, guys. I'm pretty low here right now. 71 degrees already here at 6:09 Central Time. I'm impressed how well lit every exit ramps have been built here. I don't think this is a normal thing on the interstate. So I don't know if any of you guys have a cool, what's the number of Mega Millions tickets? But if we had a cool 300 million around, and we thought that we would be the only one that bought every ticket, uh, and the winning ticket would only be ours, we could, triple our money or more right now in the Powerball drawing coming up on Friday. So if you guys out there have a few 100 million that you're willing to risk, just need to figure out how to get the technology to buy every lottery ticket possible. I wonder if a bank would risk that. Probably not. And I wonder if there is a limit to the number of tickets any one person can buy. So we could, we could make it a distributed network where each person has this group of tickets they have to buy. We print out MarkSense cards for each group, and then they take them to multiple retailers to buy all the tickets. The risk is that someone misses one of their tickets and we don't get the full
every number purchased. That would be a problem. But I'm pretty confident if we pumped in another, 300 million, they would raise the value even more. Of course, I guess you really have to go with the cash option, so you couldn't be annuity. So I think it's only half of that. So, but you still could make a little money. Could. But the problem is if someone else also picks one of your numbers, that winning number, you're going to have your power. I mean, it used to be that, I would dream about, well, maybe I should buy two of the same tickets so I get a disproportionate share of the winnings because I don't want multiple tickets to hit. In any case, I still have to, give Super Cruise the 5-star rating here because I wouldn't do this trip if I had driving, all the time. I mean, I'm very happy to supervise it, but driving it is so much more pain. Hey, welcome out there. Who's joined? Can you give me a message in the chat? You know what's going on your end. Slow down, darn it. Come back here. We're back. Let's get some more bars. Bars. There we go. Oh, well. I lost you because I didn't look over. I don't know. Miles to go, down to a 32% state of charge estimate on arrival. Still, that's plenty of a buffer. Listening to Kyle Connor now, talking about Electrify America and how their data is reported. And getting some camping here. look like a drafted pickup truck. Guy's going slow in front of me here. There he goes. He's getting off. We got a mansion right in the exit. It's bizarre. A mansion-looking thing. It looks like it's a rest area. That's pretty cool. Interesting. He's continuing to talk about the app saying things are good, and yeah, he's also reporting on the in use. And when you get there, there's no one there. Now, I do think that eventually it does update correctly. I mean, it seems like it's just there's some sort of a delay in the status reporting from Electrify America. You know, I witnessed one where we pulled in and said 4 stations were in use when we got there, but after a few minutes it said that 2 stations were available. And what it was is that the 2 people were charging, I think they were dealership employees charging some bolts up, were just sleeping in the cars. I mean, the people were in the cars. So it was kind of like, you want to go over there and knock on their window? So finally they left. So I was just, wanted to demo to my friends in Georgia how charging works. So, and also optimistically collect some kilowatts. It's frustrating. Nice dealerships here. I think this is where I could have charged on the one magic dock that is actually along my route, but I'm just not going to pay 50 cents a kilowatt. It's not worth it. It wasn't Tanuki, but in any case, there's a magic dock installation that appeared while I've been traveling this week. So magic docks are continuing to appear. And the Steam Super is going to negotiate. It's doing it. I wonder if the U-Haul trailers still say you should go maximum 45. I'm going to slow down here. Speed limit has changed. I'm glad that Kyle is talking directly to Electrify America. I'm actually asking Electrify America to let me do a little consulting for them to help with making a service that works. I think that's one of my skills they can take advantage of. So, Okay, what are we crossing here? The Ohio River? Wow, it's the big bridge. Missed here. Nice cool boat out there with some gigantic searchlights. This is a cool drive. I'm a little bit disappointed that the sun hasn't come up a little bit more. It's starting now. All right, here we go to a new state. We're in Illinois, and Abe Lincoln is welcoming us to Illinois on Google. All right, we're back to 70 as the speed. We're going to improve our speed again. Brake in the ramp. Don't brake on the road. I'm upsetting him by accelerating. We've got a wet road now. They might be looking for a car wash here. Kansas. They're talking about problems. I mean, I think the problem is that you can't depend on chargers to give you the full power. Now, there aren't that many Hummers out there today that really can use the full power. You know, a lot of vehicles that can use the 350 kilowatt. Most of them are at a 200 kilowatt level. I think there's a lot of 200 kilowatt, 400 volt chargers that work. Heck, I've seen EA 150 units that easily, like, an overrate, give you 199 kilowatts. So, why is that trouble getting over here? Let's go. The road's beautiful, lines look good. Could be some water or something on the cameras now. You know, seeing the Super Cruise continue to advance, it's been a great experience for me. I mean, I had the first production Super Cruise vehicle, Cadillac CT6, and initially, any rain at all, no Super Cruise. Couldn't see the lights. Hey Siri, next. Listening to IBMC mainframe podcast now. A little bit low. Jimmy, thank you for liking my post on Facebook. Join in. lost another percentage of estimated state of charge at arrival. Still fine. We got 31% now. Temperature is 69 degrees there. I'll just back up to 70. Got some really good cellular coverage and heading into road construction. Left lane closed, 2 miles ahead. Okay, I'm going to set the gap to max. I like to be in the maximum gap for cruise adaptive and super cruise when I'm in a construction zone. Just gives you a little bit more time to react to anything if something's going on. Let's see what we're doing. Still live. Hanging in today pretty well. Hey, who's out there in the chat? Say hello. I like it when people pass me so it validates that I'm not going too fast. They might be going too fast though. I'm just slow down. This guy get in front. Lane is closed. Slow down more. Just in case they're doing some serious things here. Keep my hands on the wheel now. Just let you know how I do the Super Cruise construction zone. By the way, though, I did spend a lot of time arguing at GM about Super Cruise and construction because initially there's a lot of effort to turn off Super Cruise in every construction zone. And you know, this zone looks pretty good for Super Cruise. Should be able to maintain a single lane. But the barrel's plenty close. But you know, my complaint was that it just gave me the warning that we're in a construction zone. If you can see it there. But the complaint was that you know, we don't know where the lines are. They might have done it. We want to remap the road after the construction, the LiDAR map, LiDAR vision map. And I argued saying, no, the driver is still driving the car with Super Cruise. You know, maybe they're not as active. You know, you've heard me talk about how the driving tolerance, you know, is reduced. Okay, now we're getting an even lower speed here. Photo enforced. That's a little nuts. Okay, so I think they're a little more concerned because they've got the other side on this side now. Yeah, we're getting pushed over. Super Cruise is willing to be pushed over. Apparently. Sometimes you actually leave the geofence when you go over into construction zone. Doing fine. And back. Coming out. Where's the work? It works. Okay. Going again. Right, a lot of trucks parked on the ramps here. Exit ramp, it does look scary to me. There's like a policeman up there with the truck. Oh no, he's just got blue lights. It looked like he's a police car. I mean, I guess it's better to have some more lights. Flashing lights good, so they're on the entrance and the exit ramp here. Looks like we got a tow truck hanging in there. There's a truck that can haul Hummers. And we're continuing to roll here. Oh, someone knocked down a sign. They're okay. The rain's back. Still got 75 miles to the charger. Still reporting 31% state of charge arrival. We have no lines. Thinking that Super Cruise is going to be quitting. It's kind of trying to keep working. And there is a dotted white line, which apparently it's anchoring to. Interesting. There's no indication of no lines. Okay, now it's having trouble. Let's go back to real lines. It's the most bizarre lines I've ever seen. Temporary. Just stickers on the left of the road, the center of the road. I'll get over and see what I think of the left lane. Oh, it's got the same markings. All right, how long this is going to go on? Because you cannot Super Cruise now. It's not resyncing. I didn't like where it was. At least it's a nice paved road. It's super smooth. Super Cruise is like, I don't see any lines there. You're going to have to drive. I'm going to keep my hand on the wheel here because I feel like we're missing the required components for Super Cruising. Going. More rain. cruising. And here's hoping for reacquiring of real lines we got, but like I said, it's using this small temporary line successfully right now. The sun's starting to come up. I think you can see that too. In fact, it's coming up now that you can see the wipers. Okay. Can't find sensor lines. Required. Pretty good driving right now. That's the Amazon truck. Look around this truck a little bit. It's always good. It's a little tentative on which way or where to be right now. The wipers are full speed now. Rolling. Right. Still 31% arrival. I'm going to let it stay here. I think it's going to try and go over. I don't think these line markings meet the National Highway standards for line markings. I'm wondering if this is. Yeah, no. It's lagging pretty hard here. Okay, got unhappy there. We take control. Put the Super Cruise unavailable for a second. Still rolling. Hey, good morning. Who's out there? Say hello in the chat. Sitting here super cruising on some temporary line markings. Hopefully it'll end the maximum. Now we're starting to have some people up there just a minute. I appreciate the smooth road, I have to say, but don't appreciate the lack of detail. Somehow Super Cruise is able to anchor on the right line here. Now I'm staying in the passive lane. Oh, he's in the chat. Good morning. Yeah, the sun is not really up here. It's just now coming up. Just driving in a surface road with minimal lines, but Super Cruise is somehow hanging in. But I'm supervising a little more than usual right now. think I am going to come out of the rain. I'm just hoping I get out of the rain in the next hour, 59 minutes, because I'm going to be charging. Okay, we're back to regular line markings. I can calm down now. Okay, size load up here. Straight for a good time. Should be able to get around that. Encourage just to go around there. These flashing lights. That's fast thing, flashing lights. I just put up myself. I am good. We got mist coming out the back right now. I'm about to be done on Interstate 24 heading to 57 North. We go north a ways. Well, I can't remember how long it wanted to charge. It was 39% charge coming out. Here's a guy that's loading, watching him carefully. Cab truck there. You got 9 miles to go. I was able to get a full charge overnight. It was charged by 2 a.m. Actually, it was charged at 1:30 in the morning. I was able to move my charger over to a Tesla that was sitting there. Hopefully, he'll be charged up when he gets up because I left early. Definitely was a nice high-power Tesla charger. The bugs are back. Splat. Okay, finally, we're going to get in the right lane. I'm not scared. It's impressive that the video looks lighter than it really is right now. I'll just watch where I'm going on that video. The problem is it's delayed. It's flat. It's kind of getting cleaned off a little. This truck's going to slow me down. Very sad. This guy pulled over. He's right up against this guy. And he is not going the speed limit. Oh, great, we got a vehicle on shoulder, too. Yeah, I was waiting for that. Tempted to pass both of you with that vehicle sitting there. Yes, it's there. I wonder if we are battery. Yes, we are battery conditioning. So let's take a look at the powers. Yeah, definitely improved the utilization of power there. So we'll be cooling the battery a bit. We're at 50% state of charge now, which seems about right. 109 kilowatts used, so 50%. Seems pretty good. 134 miles traveled today already. Interesting saying there's no one here, but I'm here. Come on, guys, let's go. We're gonna lift off now. Hey, why don't you just come over to my lane? Say hello. Let's see if we're gonna stay over.
In 2 miles, use any lane to take exit 44B for I-57 North toward Chicago.
It says I can go in any lane to go the way I need to go. Interesting. No, 24 is ending. 57 is beginning. Interesting. Heading up here toward the stream down there again. Let me go and see. Please, well, it's a road down there. There is no road. Big bridge.
In half a mile, use any lane to take exit 44B for I-57 North toward Chicago.
So just need to be careful not to make the right turn.
Use any lane to take exit
So
44B.
any lane, just don't exit. Yeah, there was the exit. Didn't take it, but go south.
Continue on I-57 North for 51 miles.
Now we're going to go 50 miles on here and charge. So we'll get a third state of charge. Driving in the that's an end. Still 70 miles an hour. Good. know what's interesting is I don't think I've seen any signage for electric vehicle charging station. It's kind of weird. Okay, now we're estimating 29% on arrival. And I'm sure that's because I'm pushing it at, you know, slight breeze, but the rain can't be helping. I'm using a little bit more power. But I've got the power to spare, and I'm heading toward the charger. Hopefully it's going to work. I guess I could work on it. Well, I could live with that. Heading for more construction. 3 miles. Not sure what's getting over here. I can tell that guy's not going the same speed. That feels really good. Well, you can see the infrared projector there flashing. I can't see that. The camera can. That Super Cruise doing that. Getting over this vehicle on the side of the road up there. Marked that. It's actually, it just now popped up that I'm doing energy conditioning, but I was doing it before, so I'm not sure why. Just have a look at it for a second. Still looks fine here. You can actually see an increment of 10th of a kilowatt on the battery and climbing just now. Okay, we have a policeman. We're slowing down now. Oh, it's giving me any warning. What the hell? Please don't be mad at me. Just go the speed limit now. Stay on the road. Reset that time. Lasers aren't reporting the police. Not sure why. Maybe you just arrived. Now there's one up here. I wonder if they're moving. I'm just going to go with the flow a little here. Rain. It's coming up here for somebody. Thank you, officer. Maximum. Slow down to the speed limit because we are driving with the police. gonna pull a truck over. Sorry, guys. Thanks for keeping us safe. Okay, I think this is actually the exit where I could use the supercharger if I wanted to. Uh, I won't get full power out of it, so I definitely am not going to go there. Tesla chargers. Okay, I got 46 miles to go in here. Staying over the construction zone at the right speed, based on the fact that we have a cop with us. And we're out of it. To the speed limit. Get that. This. That's my speed. Okay, here. So yeah, it's regular is 349 here in Pilot. That might be where the supercharger is right there. I'm not sure. Why you thought you knew this one. Start going faster again. And we're back up to 30. Our estimate. And I think the estimate should get closer as you know, less distance to go. Change lanes for me here. Let's try it again. New RVs for sale, trailers for sale. Temperatures dropped a little bit to 67. Probably helping with battery conditioning. Let's see how we're doing there. Utilization 0.4 kilowatts now. Climbing in battery conditioning. Still 99% to spend on propulsion. Running the computer here. Well, just hearing that some of my IBM friends are removing their Twitter accounts. I went out there. Did you guys remove your Twitter account? X account? I did go on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn this morning and report that I'm live again. I'm pretty happy with the performance so far. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself, but I will turn off the stream while it's charging. We'll try to probably make a live stream of charging. The weather's not looking promising here. Looks like I'll be doing it while it's raining. I've got umbrellas. But if you're out there, why don't you send us a message in the chat? I'm up for conversation. Okay, please again. Go over. Where are they? Up here. Seems like we have some police action here, though. I think he was right here. I guess this guy might have been pulled over. Oh no, there he is. Not the truck being pulled over. I'm not sure why they're pulling all the trucks over. Missed seeing he was there. He was there. Pretty short entrance ramp there. Let's see how we're doing here. Okay, so we're back to 30%. So it had gone down to 29, I think is the lowest we saw. Now it's estimating the 30% state of charge. That'll be about 14% more battery utilization before we get to our destination. Should be about 100 miles range, maybe 99 miles range, right? So we'll see if it's 99 when we get there. And I think that's fairly comfortable for knowing that you would have time to go find another charger, or have distance to go find a different charger. What's going on here? Of course, I speed up. Head for more construction. Definitely looks like Illinois is a photo enforcement type state. Okay, I'm on on to quantum computing in my podcast subscriptions. Actually, interesting talking to a guy that worked on the old programmable data arrays. You know, when I worked at IBM Research long ago, we had FPGAs for high performance computing and on the Canberra Expressway. In any case, but we had programmable data arrays that were attached to our mainframe systems, our 370 model 3033s at the time, and they were attached as if they were a tape drive unit, so they could do I/O to it. So they would send, work to config and then to operate and get the results using tape command, emulated tape commands. So you read and write information from the device using a control unit that looked like a tape drive. Just trivia for you guys. Yeah, I saw the Powerball has rolled over. I need to roll over into this lane. Slow down some. Yeah, earlier as I was talking about, if anyone has enough money, we can try to buy all the Powerball tickets and win. You're taking a big risk, but when they tell you your odds of one in, I don't know if it's 279 million, 300 million. If you had 300 million, actually you need 600 million to win. So maybe it's not quite enough. It used to be $1, but it's $2 minimum. So you can't buy them all yet and break even. So all you millionaires out there, apologies, we can't do the thing I was hoping to do. Unless you're willing to wait for the annuity to pay back. So now I'm feeling like the air conditioning needs to come off. I'm wondering if it's going to cool me. I was wondering if the battery conditioning was changing its attitude here, but not really. So we got 161 miles, 126.7 kilowatts used. So that only cost me $8 at, actually I got a little bit more, but $8 of my charge to use the EA station that still wasn't going at the right speed. If it was going at the right speed, it probably would have cost me $4. But EA is giving me some free charging, so I don't feel too bad about paying for charging. Interesting. So a lot of construction work here now. Looks like we're working on the center lane. Wondering how fast we can go here. Go a little faster. change lane that reminded me we're in a construction zone. Like, no kidding. Thank you for having 2 lanes in the construction zone. Yeah, next charging stop is what you're seeing on the map here. 25 miles I'm going to be charging. So far, maybe I am going to be out of the rain. It's not slight dripping now, but the road's kind of dry. In fact, now it's estimating back to 31% state of charge on arrival, but I'm slowing down too. That might be changing the attitude of what I'm going to arrive at. Yeah, I've got 2 charging stops. Oh, that was. See the one coming up there. This is what I'm going to show you right here. So I'm going to be there in 15 minutes or so. They want me to charge for, it wants me to charge for 43 minutes here, then go until 12% charge for another 47. So we'll see. We're on our way. Interesting in the conversation here, it's like 2030 is when quantum computing is going to start really driving. It's interesting how it's constantly just pushed to me. There's Walmart over there. Okay, so we got 23 minutes till I'm going to end this stream, and then we'll start another one after I'm charged up and going. Driving along a little airstrip here. The Benton Municipal Airport. I think there's something going up here. Vehicle. I'm going faster now. You see the vehicle. It's just weird. Rest area here. It's dripping again now, so let's see if 22 miles gets me out of this weather. I'll just name it. And the rest area, the truckers. It's fascinating amounts of construction. So they're building a stronger barrier here, it looks like, is what the project is. And then once they get that done, I expect they're going to repave the whole road. Seems to be ground quite a bit here right now. It's decided it's going over. I'm not sure it likes it. Go faster. Looks like we're coming to the end anyway. Maybe that one. Yeah, we'll see in a second. Really? Rolling here. We're rolling. The road seems to be ground. Easy as well. Right. 70 degrees. My golf course. You can see that there on the left. So it's interesting. I'm just watching the range calculation. I mean, I'm back up to higher speed and saying I think we're now consuming a little bit more than where the construction zone was making it a little more optimistic. We'll see if it goes down to 30. But we only have 17 miles to go, and looks like we're down 2 chunks of that block. So we're at 38% stake charge right now. So 7% to go, 17 miles seems reasonable. This definitely is using power for battery conditioning. We're going back into construction. Maybe, I mean, it's kind of low. Lowy. It definitely needs a little lowy. lowered the efficiency for the overall trip down to 1.5 miles per kilowatt hour. Is maintaining that, drive by prison, maintaining that high rate of speed has used a bit more power here. But this is the longest segment of the trip for me today. Tomorrow will be the biggest segment. So, okay, 354 for regular, 428 for diesel. Interesting. So, more and more rain. I think we need to improve the charging planning for weather as another factor to decide where you should charge. My construction have that setting. Good job there. Okay, 12 more minutes. Really pleased I was able to maintain the stream for this whole drive so far. I mean, I'm jinxing here, but even playback going good. Okay, the range is dropping faster than I'm going. It's interesting. It says I've got 108 miles, but I got 10 miles to go. I'm supposed to be, so we're gonna be under a 100-mile estimated range. Just pull up to the charging. Get off at Mount Vernon. Gas prices are increasing. Assuming these pilots are constructing charging stations, but I think I'm going to a Walmart right now. North Carolina, joining on the drive with me. Let's see if I can get access to that. Okay, here's my charger. All chargers are available. And looking scarily bad, so we'll find out. I'm just upset that I went here. They're all marked derated. Yeah, it's definitely a little stressful when you see that the chargers are reporting that they're not going to send you the power. It's chilly out there, 57 degrees, 67, sorry. See the chargers very close to the road at least. Hey guys, thanks for joining. Probably only got about 5 or so minutes left in this broadcast. I'm heading to my first charging stop of the day, 6 minutes away. Bill, this weather is actually great for the view and the recording. I like that. Get over. In here. Here we go up here. 2 miles. Still no signs indicating anything about charging.
In 2 miles, take exit 95 for Illinois 15 toward Mount Vernon, Ashley.
So I don't think I'm going to live broadcast charging. I think I'll just make a quick recording. Plug in, get it going, and then talk about it. Exit 95. Port. Looks like it's just a little bit farther away than I can see. We don't see it. There we go.
In half a mile, take exit 95 for Illinois 15.
It's a little bit of an Easter egg hunt going to your charging station. I'll tell you that. Okay, we get the next lane.
Take exit 95.
Alright, so looks like we are going to have 31% state of charge.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Illinois 15 West Broadway
Oh,
Street.
God. Almost a mile that we have to drive to get to the charging station.
Turn left onto Illinois 15 West Broadway Street.
The wrecker truck. All right, down to 96 miles of estimated range, but we have arrived at 31% state charge. I'd say that the battery conditioning is running, given that we're using 2 kilowatts here, not doing any propulsion. Let's get the data so I don't forget. So 188.3 miles, 145.2 kilowatts. We used almost 2 kilowatts for probably a kilowatt for battery conditioning. And that's mainly so that the battery is in a good state to accept maximum charge,
In half a
which
mile,
apparently I'm not
turn
going to
left.
get anyway. So well, we'll see. See how well the map works here. I see Walmart. Turning right at the stop. But here's a flying J. I'm wondering if I might see construction in progress for a charger. Of course, the trucks are blocking my view now. Don't see anyone. That's what they could do. They could put slot machines aside of the chargers. There we go. All right, looking for construction. No. That's like a picnic
Turn
table
left,
area.
then turn left.
Okay, I see the Walmart signs. Turning in here. Oh, I see the chargers, where they are. Well, apparently I missed the actual turn I was supposed to take. Oh, well, I think it's going
Take
to
the
work out.
next left onto Davidson Avenue, then turn left.
Yeah.
Take the next left, then turn right.
Okay, now we're ready for the chargers. There they are. Looks like I can see that one's got the D-rated message on it.
Your destination is on the left.
Try that one. I see, they don't let you even plug in here. Oh, I can try right here. See if this one's got the message on it though. Might have the message, I can't tell. Not free. Let's try this one first, just see what it does. right, this is going to end the stream. I will pick back up once we finish charging, take a few breaks here. So thank you again for joining.